Hi, Pottery peeps. So, the day's gotten away from me. In fact, this whole week has. So, it's going to be a little bit more, I guess, of a vlog. I think that's what they call them. I'm so new to this. You'd think I'd pick up on stuff, but I don't. Excuse me. Drinking a seltzer. Club soda, my favorite. Anyway, so I'm going to insert some footage of the show. The show is amazing. Thank you for everybody who came out for it. It was great showing off and the students getting a chance to show off, and some of the students who hadn't done a show, well, actually, I think this was her second show. And when they come and learn from me, I don't just teach them how to make pots. I teach them how to be a potter. Running a studio, from reclaiming to mixing glazes to firing kilns, loading kilns, unloading kilns, scraping shelves. Ooh, it's been a while since I've had them do that. And also I do shows with them so that they can get over the fear of doing their first show. And then, or second show in this case. And it was so heartening to hear. This was actually Sandy I'm talking about, who I'll give you an update on her too. Since some of you guys you're getting to know all the peeps, that are running out of the studio, working out of the studio. There's 5 businesses and mine, so 6 businesses running out of this little studio. So Sandy had never done a show before, and she was scared to death the first time we did it. And she did great, and she was still a little bit worried about this one. And she told me after the show that now she thinks she can do it on her own. So yay! Oh, and looks like we got a mosquito in here. Great. So if you see me flapping around, that's trying to kill a mosquito. All right. So I'm gonna insert some footage of the show. Of course, I had really planned to get footage. The show was starting at 9 or 10. There was a little bit of a miscommunication between 9 and 10, but we had people showing up at 8. And so we weren't even set up when they showed up. And it was pretty much, it continued that way throughout the day until 6. So I didn't get a lot of footage. I got a little bit, but not a lot. And we did have the eclipse happen during the studio sale, which was super fun. And Mikki, Nightcraft Co., was smart enough to bring glasses, so we were able to pass them out to the people that were shopping, and we all took a moment. It was super interesting that I'm on Canyon Road that heads up to the canyon, Hobble Creek Canyon, hence Hobble Creek Pottery, and we usually get a mountain wind or breeze. Well, this was a wind last weekend, and it was cold. So we were freezing even as we were setting up, and it stayed that way until that eclipse happened, and then everything went dead silent. Even the birds stopped. There was nothing. It was super still, and the wind stopped. It was freaky, super cool. Anyway, so just really interesting. I can see why, our ancestors thought it was the end of the world or black magic or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I think it's neat. So, what else do I want to say about the show? I'm going to just have to dedicate a video. There's so much to be said about putting on a show. And since I didn't get a lot of footage, a lot of you who have done shows, you know what I'm talking about. From the prep time beforehand, packing pottery. Luckily, since we had it here at the studio, didn't have to pack pottery, but displaying pottery, pricing. You could do a video alone on pricing pottery, and how to do sales, how to follow up, capture emails. I mean, it's such a vast subject, and I don't want to just throw it out there and not do it justice. So you're just going to have to give me some time, and I will put something together that doesn't have a show attached to it. Sounds sound. But I will put in some footage so you can see some footage. And I'll also do some footage of my kiln room because it's clean. It doesn't stay clean for very long. But I'll show you the setup that I have in there. I actually, when COVID happened, I had people asking they knew I did pottery. Well, I have a lot of I have a lot of loyal customers, and they would contact me. It's like, do you have any pots? I know we're all in lockdown and all that kind of stuff, but you gotta have some pots, right? You gotta be still making pots. And so I turned the first about third of my single car garage where I had my kilns into a little bit of a store. So you'll have to forgive me, the store's not quite set up as nice as I would like to have it, because it's just, after the show, everything's just been what didn't sell got put on the shelves. And I do plan to go and make it nice, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you the garage anyway, because it's clean. So my next news, it's been a news week. A lot of stuff been happening. So this is more the vlog personal part of it. Don't worry, I'm not quitting YouTube. I'm actually really enjoying YouTube, so I'm not quitting YouTube. And I'm not quitting teaching. But with that being said, those of you who have been following along for a while know that last year I had 2 knee replacements and a reconstruction. So my left knee, yeah, the one that makes the L, the left knee, the guy just botched the surgery. He even burned me in surgery, laid me down on a cauterizing tool, and they did a reconstruction hoping that would fix it. It hasn't. And I have surgery is scheduled for November 15th for a complete total knee. They'll take this one out. They'll put another one in, and this one is a heavy duty type. I mean, the posts go into your bones, and it's just, mentally, I don't even want to, I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it. And it's a 6-month recovery. It's a lot longer recovery. It's a lot harder surgery. It's just, it just makes me angry because I shouldn't be here. I don't want to do it. And I really, really wish I could put it off. But 2 things are going against me. One, my daughter-in-law, who's an RN, she told me, and my husband makes sense too, in a logical frame of mind. We've met our deductible, so we better have it done so we don't have to pay for the deductible again. Yeah, that makes sense. But on a emotional standpoint, it doesn't make any sense at all. But Nicole, she told me not to waste the next 5 years of my life. Don't wait 5 years to have it done. Basically, it's not stable. It wobbles around. It feels like a peg leg, and it's just, I don't have any stability on it. And that's what they tried to fix last December, and it didn't work. And mainly because the guy just didn't do a good job. And so if I go through with it, it's November 15th. And also this week, I met with actually it was last week? I don't know, this whole month, doctor's visits. I met with a pain doctor, he has a title. I can't remember what it is now though. I had no idea. I thought he was like a pill babysitter, but turns out he's not. He's awesome. And so I went in for a procedure this week to inject the nerves, and it was going to deaden the nerves, and it would only last for 24 to 48 hours. And just to see if this going in with a laser and frying the nerves, burning the nerves, so that they don't keep telling my brain I'm in pain. And so I had to have this one done first to see if it would even work, because I guess some people it doesn't work on. And it was so amazing to wake up and get out of bed and not be in pain, and not go through the whole day in pain. So that was amazing. I called him up the next day, and it's like, sign me up. Let's get this thing scheduled, and the sooner the better. But it also, without the pain, I felt that looseness in the knee even more, because I didn't have the pain clouding the issue. So if I go through the surgery, if I can actually physically, emotionally, mentally go through it again It's November 15th. And so I do plan on like getting some videos in the queue until I can get back into the studio, all of that. Basically, I get to redo last year. Physical therapy, the whole 9 yards. Yay. So that's, with everything that's going on this week and all of this stuff I'm dealing with, that's why you don't have a tutorial today or tomorrow. This is Friday night. So, but I will show some footage of the studio sale, and I'll go and film so you can see the kiln room when it's clean. But other than that, the best news though. I have a really cool tutorial for you next Saturday. I will be, I've been collaborating with Sharon Hoppy Designs on something that is super, super special. And I think I'm going live with her, which is really, really scary because I have no filter. And I like to edit myself because I have no filter, and I tend to ramble. So I like to edit that too. So you'll get none of that. It'll be live. So it's kind of scary. It's like pulling back a curtain, right? And showing Oz pulling the strings. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. I hope you can get muddy. We have switched gears this week and we are full blown into Christmas. So I have a bunch of fun things to show you that we've been doing. And I will be making videos on those. And those of you that have shared what you've been making, I love seeing them. It's so awesome. And I did have an interesting question about selling things that I have shown you how to make. Yes, sell them. They're yours. Yeah, there's more than one way to make something. And once you put your hands on it, it is now yours. So sell it and make some money. Buy more clay, make more things. Everything's been done before. Well, pretty much. It's all been made before, and I cannot and do not want to supply the world with gnomes and witches and ghosts and all of those kind of things. So please, yeah, anything I show you how to do, feel free, make it. Now, if you go to Japan or China and you start doing it commercially, talk to me, give me a little kickback. I got a surgery to pay for. See, I'm rambling. Time to cut. All right, I will see you next week. I do have there'll be a kiln unloading the first part of the week that I will also film, so you can see that, because that witch hat that I made, that hopefully it turns out, I have been glazing on it for 3 freaking days, but I'm keeping it. So, because there's no way, I have to keep it. There's no way I'd make any money if it's taken me 3 days to glaze that thing. So that's going to be in the kiln, and I can't wait to see how it turns out, and hopefully it'll turn out amazing. But so now I will show you the kiln room. All right, go get muddy. Okay, once you come out of the studio, it's just a short walk with only one step and into the kiln room. So it's not too bad. It was a lot worse. It used to be 5 steps. I built that up a lot. So this is my 2 kilns. My scut is a 1027, and her name is Sorsha. And this is Bab Morda. Any of those who have watched Willow will get the reference, the name reference. And in case you've ever wondered about those bottles, I melt bottles in my kilns too. And in fact, I have, in case you didn't know, you could do that. I have all of these bottle molds that do different things, have different designs. It's been a while since I've done a glass melting. You need a glass release, and that's my primer. I do a lot of like champagne bottles or wine bottles from like engagement parties, weddings, so that they have something that was drank from that day and used. So I've got 2 wire racks. One is outside right now. It's not been put back in here from the studio sale. So that I put the greenware on, load kilns, unload kilns, glaze and load, and then glaze, and the students take home. So that's this. My son actually this is a recent addition, and I haven't even had a chance to even play with it yet. So eventually. And then I've got a wall of shelves there. That right there is a bunch of Nightcraft Co's pottery, and there is some of mine. And then this is what I was talking about, where the first third of this is the store. So I'm actually going to open up the garage door and show you what I mean. Well, that didn't work. I opened up the garage door and it covered up the light because it's nighttime. Anyway, I have half a table that I painted here, and I'm using it with some shelving and a shelf with some hooks. And like I said, this stuff is usually displayed a lot better. My little ornament, this is the other legs that were to this table that I cut in half. But I've got ornaments there. And then I've got a bookcase there. So basically, it stores the pottery. I usually try to make it look nice. But right now it's a mess because everything is just, there's no display. But so I have a place that the pottery, relatively looks like a store. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. And then back here is to the kilns where all the business happens. And yes, I have a painted floor that needs to be repainted. And then right out there, you head right back to the studio. Right there. So I had to get some footage. The eclipse is happening right now, and we've had wind all morning, and it just went perfectly still. It's kind of creepy. We're not completely set up, but we've got the wheels there, and then there's all the tables. But we've had customers since we opened up. I'll get some more footage later. So I did get the garage cleaned out, but we're gonna have to, I've got stuff on these shelves. I got last chance stuff. That's actually Mikki's. My last chance is over there. And then we've got everything else out there. And stuff here. We got stuff everywhere. There is Sandy. Sandy, you're in the video. Wave to everybody. I'm on Canyon Road that heads up to Hubble Creek Canyon. So we get a lot of traffic, which especially on the weekends, makes it really nice for when I put my sign out. And this is a setup. It's lunchtime, so we've got kind of a little bit of a lull. We've got teaching going on and demoing. We've got some of Kate's pots right there. Nice thing about doing it here is we can spread out. More of Kate. So amazing. And then here's Sandy's. Look at those. Wait till I show you the tutorial on the nativities. And then over here, this is Savannah's and Caroline's table. And also Tess's Naptime Potter. And then a lot of you wanted to know about how I made these shelving units. They're actually out of 1x2s, and they're hinged so I can make them as wide as I need to with whatever boards I put on. These are Mikki's Nightcraft Co. Oh, Savannah, say hi, you're on the film. She's eating lunch. We just ran for pizza. These are Mikki's. And then those are mine. And the clay shed in the background. This is my Halloween table. It's been very popular. Of course, we're 2 weeks from Halloween. And this is just one of those wire spools that I have. Works really good for this because I can use the bottom shelf. Okay, good. We're in the shade. Oh, there we go. That gives you a better view of it. Lots of fun stuff. Want to be on the video, hon? You just got on the video. Yeah. And this is Kate. Gotta show you some of her mugs. Love those Sasquatch mugs. Might need one of those by the end of the day. Those butterfly ones. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. You don't get to see a lot of her stuff because she has her own kiln. Sandy does too. And then some of mine. And then in here, this is the garage kiln room. If you'll remember the picture I showed you of the mess I had to clean up, it's clean. And then we even have some fun stuff in here. And then that's where you go to the studio, right there.